Hi everyone, and welcome back to Cleaning the EC Way. In the cleaning world, we use the term move out clean. There are many people that think a regular cleaning when moving out is fine. In a move out clean, you should be cleaning the entire home from top to bottom. And we are about to show you things you may not know you should be cleaning. And this is not just for moving out. These are things you should be doing at least once a year. In a carpeted room, the edges also need some extra attention. Doing a quick vacuum with an upright vacuum is definitely not enough. You need to edge vacuum the entire room. You may not be aware, but a lot of dirt builds up along the edges. And since you are next to the floorboards, run the vacuum along those edges to help pick up the loose dirt, dander, and hair. Once you are done with the edge vacuuming, the floorboards need to be cleaned. Pay extra attention to those corners. To clean the floorboards, you can just spray them down with a cleaner, or you can actually fill up a bucket. A trick to get those sharp corners is to use a small cleaning brush and to do a swift back and forth motion. Clean floorboards make a huge impact on the room. Dusting the top edge of the walls and the corners is important. This is where spiders like to live, and the area collects a lot of dust. Work your way around the room and hit all those corners as you go. Pay attention to the walls and wipe off any dust stuck to them. Don't forget to dust the molding around the window. After you are done dusting, it's time to clean the molding and ledge around that window. Like the floorboards, you can spray the area or use a bucket. And you will have to pay extra attention to the corners. The window ledge is a hot spot for dirt. The window track also needs to be cleaned. Vacuuming up the loose dirt first helps in the cleaning process. Small cleaning brushes are great for getting off the stuck on dirt. Once you are done, just wipe it dry with a rag. Vacuum out the heating duct and clean the vent cover. Things fall down the vents more than you would think. I have seen almost an entire can of Pringle chips down a vent. These were not the worst I have ever seen, but they did still need a quick vacuum. Make sure to get the vacuum as far down as you can. Vent covers can get pretty dirty, and they are actually easier to clean than you may think. If I were in my own home, I would just soak them in the sink. Because I am at a client's house, I just sprayed them down and made sure to give them a good clean. If you have a hard time with the flat edge, you can use a putty knife wrapped in a rag to get those tight edges. Just make sure to get them as dry as possible before you put them back into place. Dust and clean lights and ceiling fans. Most of us know that ceiling fans collect a lot of dust, but lights collect almost as much. Dusting first helps in the cleaning process. Cody and I made this to dust the fan blade, but if you are not good with a sewing machine, you can use a pillowcase. It will trap the dust from the blade so it doesn't fall all over the floor. You can see what Cody was able to get off that blade. Make sure you are removing light fixtures and cleaning them. Most of the time there are dead bugs, and almost always there's dust inside of them. This will actually help brighten a room. You may not know this, but you can actually use a damp rag to clean the blades of a ceiling fan. Just dusting them is not always enough. And these blades had years worth of buildup. This one is important. You need to clean the vents of the fresh air return. Because they are constantly sucking in air, they attract so much dirt and dust. You can remove them and clean them in a sink. If you don't want to remove them, you can just spray them with a cleaner or use a bucket. I like to use a cleaning brush to loosen the dirt and then wipe it down. Using something flat like a putty knife covered with a rag helps get into those small areas. Cleaning the doors and the molding around the door. Like everything else we have cleaned, you can just spray the door or use a bucket to clean. If the door you are cleaning has a lot of detail, make sure that you are paying extra attention to the corners and small details. There is a lot of dust and dirt that builds up in these areas. If you're having a hard time, using a small cleaning brush in these areas works wonders.
My goal is to break down the dust and dirt, but then I've got to go over it with another dry rag to pick up all the loose hairs that I didn't get with this.
In the kitchen, you need to clean the inside, outside, and the tops of the cupboards. If they are painted, be careful not to remove any paint. Again, I like to use a brush on the edges to remove any of that built up grease and dirt. If the stove doesn't look as new as possible, try using some Barkeeper's Friend. Just make sure that you read the instructions and that you are using it correctly. Many ovens have a drawer at the bottom. This is also an important place to clean. Many times people do not remove the drawer when they clean, and you would be surprised what it looks like underneath there. It helps in the cleaning process to remove anything that is loose, dust, dirt, food, you name it. Cody is spraying the cleaning product directly onto the surface and then onto the rag, and he's going to wipe that clean. And here's your reminder to subscribe if you have not already. Light switches get touched multiple times a day and they can get pretty nasty. I just gave them a light spray with a cleaner, and then, using a cleaning brush, I work on the small areas to loosen the dirt and dust. After I'm done with that, I just wipe them dry with a rag. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to have an amazing day.